Good afternoon. Welcome to the Board of Selectmen meeting for Monday, December 16th. Ms. Clerk, if you'll take us through this afternoon's agenda.
After the Pledge of Allegiance, we'll go to open forum, and then some appointments. And we are going to have some of the people from the high school chorus group come in and sing the national anthem to us after we pledge allegiance.
Okay, thank you. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Feel free to join them.
I think I'll pass today. I wouldn't be worthy on a good day.
You're a very low alto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Come on in. Hi. Yeah, it's right there. Get you on camera. Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely incredible, ladies.
Thank
That's
you.
just a
Great
portion
job.
of the choral group. We'll have to get the whole group here next time, Ray.
Okay, thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray. We
Appreciate it. That was
appreciate
great.
Thanks, Ray.
And just before we get into the rest of our meeting, I just wanted to offer our condolences to the Julius family
you.
on the passing of Randy over the weekend. I think everyone was shocked. He had just been a part of this community for so long, working with Dale and the Duds all those years on the Common, and just an avid outdoorsman. I remember seeing him down at the trails one October. They were doing the pumpkin walk, and he was out there working with all the young kids, interacting great with them, and just a fixture in town. And really sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much. The outpouring from the community has been amazing. I can't say enough about our police force and fire department and just how kind everyone has been to us, and we really appreciate that so much.
And with that, we'll have a moment of silence for a moment. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. With that, we'll go into open forum if anyone's here this evening. Seeing no one, we'll close open forum. And we'll go right into our first appointment with the police chief and our new animal inspector, animal control officer. Come on up.
Good afternoon.
Good
And,
afternoon. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us. And just before we get started, I had the fortune of working with Randy and Dale and the Duds for about 10 years. I coordinated the concert in the Common for the former drug council, and it just wonderful, wonderful man, wonderful family, and our condolences
Thank
from the
you.
police department.
Thank you from all of us.
So today with me I have Alexei Xavier. Did I get that right? And For those that are not aware, on November 7th, we had put out a posting for an animal control officer. It's a part-time position. The posting went out online through the Selectmen's office, as well as going online, through one of the media firms that do job postings. We received approximately 40 applications with letters of interest. We, through the department, had narrowed down 6 candidates that we offered in-person interviews at the police station, which we conducted last week on December 12th. 2 of those candidates came in, and as a result of looking at the resumes, in-person interview, as well as a letter of interest, looking at experience in the animal field, animal-related fields. Myself, Deputy Chief O'Brien, and Sergeant Jenkins had conducted those interviews and made a recommendation to the board through Mr. Noble. And, Alexis, stood out as, right from the start, as a candidate that, we feel brings a lot of value to the town. She currently works, and I'll let her speak a little bit for herself, but just a quick background. She works over at the VCA Animal Hospital in Hanson. She's already developed some great experience there, working not only with the veterinarians, but the entire team over there, learning about the system itself, talking about other animal control officers, engaging them, asking about the job itself. In addition, Alexia had come on our radar as being a dispatcher candidate. So, what we envision with Alexis is that she will do, the animal control part-time position, but we're also going to have her, at some point when she completes dispatcher training, supplementing us in the dispatcher side. So there's some multiple purposes here, multifaceted approach that she can bring to the town of East Bridgewater here, and we're really looking forward. Had a sit down with her about some ideas, suggestions. She did grow up on a barn working with horses, so she's got a wealth of experience not only on the animal hospital side, but now on the barn side, which obviously that animal inspector position is part of that. I've done some background and due diligence. We've lined up to get her a spot in the next Animal Control Officer Academy, which is out in Boylston, and we've already have worked with the director on that, so we do have a place for her, if the selectmen shall see fit to appoint her, so looking ahead, trying to set up these trainings.
Great.
Any questions?
I defer my questions.
Okay. Dave?
Well, first of all, I want to thank, the Deputy Chief, Paul O'Brien, and you, Chief, and Sergeant Jenkins. This is the only resume we have seen. From what I can see there, it's absolutely, working for the veterinarian today is absolutely fantastic, and that's probably what put, Alexa ahead of everyone else. We look forward to it. You, obviously, based on your resume, you're a go-getter. You want to just keep on going in that direction. That's something that, as a board, is something you always look for, to get someone that's going to be here, it's going to say, I have to get something to do, I don't have anything to do, when you go to the supervisor. And I think that's a great quality. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree. I think between your experience at Hanson VCA, and I used to take my pets there for years, and they don't hire you there if you're not good with animals. There's no doubt about it. Great staff. So I think that speaks to how well you can do in this position. And Dave's absolutely right. Looking at your resume, you seem like you're building it up. From customer service to getting your EMT training, which I think looks great on the resume, to working with the chief on trying to get in at dispatch. I think this will work out great with the town. And thank you, Chief, for moving this along for us. So I think we're kind of shifting it more towards under the police department, than what it was under the town administrator over the years. So I think it's a better fit to have that under you. So I think this will, this chain of command will work out well for the town going forward.
And work with Mr. Noble, one of the things, we get all of those calls at the police department, so I certainly, agree with Mr. Noble that, we can put it under our umbrella, if you will. It's never formally been at that point, and, we've already developed policy and procedure. We've actually sat down with Alexis on that, and, really trying to professionalize this position under the, within the police department, still reporting back up to the Selectmen's office through Mr. Noble. So we definitely see it as being a positive and you know, I'm really looking forward, you know, basically I told Alexis, you know, she's gonna be able to build something here, you know, that, see where it goes, you know, in a year from now, but, really excited about it.
Great.
Great.
All right, well, thanks for coming in. All right,
At this time, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we sign upon completion of a contract with Mr. Noble, that we hire, actually for a period of an at-will
At-will.
contract,
Yes.
effective as soon as we can work out a contract with Mr. Noble, having the authority to sign that.
all right,
Second.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Great to
Good
meet you.
luck.
Thank you.
Thank you
Good
very
luck.
much.
Read that carefully.
Can I give her all these now, or do we have to?
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much for your
All
time.
right, thank you. Best of luck. All right, with that, we'll move into our action items.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the minutes of December 2nd, 2019, 6:30 PM Board of Selectmen's meeting.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman,
Why would I
I
take
move
it?
to approve the recommendation from the Council of Aging
Just
to
a-
appoint Joan Smith as an associate member effective December 16th, 2019 to June 30th, 2022.
Second.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the request of Mary Colby, South Regional High School Vocational Supervisor, to place a bench at Center of Sachem Rock Senior Center, recognizing students from the East Bridgewater to Southeastern Regional High School.
Second.
Any further discussion?
We've discussed as far as the location down there, and it looks like the council would like to see it down by the garden.
Okay, great.
There's some of it where people can use it well.
Mm,
They're down there.
Great, thanks to Southeastern and Merritt for getting that set up. All in
Yep.
favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the application to the transfer of common vicular license from 475 North Bedford Street, doing business as Honeydew Donuts, James Cobb, manager, to North Bedford HD LLC, doing business as Honeydew Donuts, Gregory I. Goldman, manager, premises at 475 North Bedford.
All right.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the renewal of the following common vicular all alcohol license for the period ending December 31st, 2020.
And just as printed.
We're doing these as printed. Right?
Yep.
Yes. Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the common vicular licenses renewals for the period ending December 31st, 2020. License 3, Damien's Corporation, doing business as Adria.
All right. Any further-
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve Papa Stelio's Pizza, doing business as Stelio's Pizza House.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We're skipping the next one.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve Setaka Pizzeria.
All in favor?
Second.
All in
Sorry.
favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve 475 North Bedford Corporation, doing business as Honeydew Donuts.
Second.
Alicia Harris, manager.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the following entertainment license renewals for the period ending December 31st, 2020. Damien's Corporation, doing business as Adria.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve to renew the following license, 2 licenses and restriction licenses for the period ending January 1st, 2021.
All
Would
in-
that be
Second.
January 1st or December 31st?
January 1st.
January.
January 1st.
Okay. James E. Power, doing business as Power Automotive, Inc.
All in favor?
Aye.
Paul Wolf, doing business as Paul Wolf Motors, Inc.
All in favor?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move to approve Elmida Enterprises.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the following taxi license renewal for the period ending December 31st, 2021. AA Metro Transportation doing business as Bill's Taxi Service, Inc.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
It's the end of action items, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Anything for Town Administrator report this afternoon, Mr.
Thank
Noble?
you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to bring to your attention a couple of things. We did receive another grant this week, a Sustainable Materials Recovery Program grant from the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection. That will be administered by the DPW, so we're doing pretty good this year.
Good?
Great.
Hopefully, we're gonna make this a weekly announcement.
I'm
Yeah,
trying,
right.
I'm trying.
With increasing amounts each time.
Yes, and since we skipped last week, we got an MVP grant last week,
Yeah, see
so
that?
Great.
we're doing good. Very pleased that we successfully recruited an animal control officer.
Mhm.
And I really do want to compliment Scott and his team for vetting that, and of course Rebecca, who sorted through the 40-plus resumes that we received for the job, so certainly a very good response. We have reached a tentative MOU with the DPW, and so that will be before you in executive session this evening. And we have started the union negotiations with both the Patrolmen's Association and the Senior Officers Association. So we've had 2 successful meetings to date, and we have another one scheduled for the 9th of January. So that's moving quite nicely. Last week, I met with the Finance Committee on Tuesday evening. I want to tell you that we did approve, excuse me, I should say the Finance Committee approved the transfer for a new vehicle for the police chief. As you know, the police chief's vehicle finally died, and so we were in a situation where we had to move a little expeditiously. Otherwise, he'd be walking. And also, we did discuss revenue projections for FY21, and it's a little early in the process, but it's good to get a handle on what we think. And I've always traditionally level-funded state aid. We know that there should theoretically be a little increase in Chapter 70, which is the educational money, but I'm not as optimistic in the dollar amount as the school department is, so we'll see how we go from there. And also last week, the town departments, including schools, facilities, fire, et cetera, met with the schools to talk about the classroom or the conversion of the old shop in the middle school to a classroom, and we are making some progress on that. So, and my thanks to all of those departments for really a much better concerted effort to work together. Thank you.
Good.
All right, thank you. Anything for Board of Selectmen? No?
I have nothing to say.
No? Okay. Anything for announcements, Rebecca?
Nope, next meeting, Monday, January 6th,
All right.
Next year.
next year,
Great.
2020.
Next year.
All right. And I just want to thank everyone that was involved in the parade. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend, but I guess everything went off great. And
You weren't there?
It
I
was
was
cold.
walking way in front of you, so you might have missed me.
He was in a red suit.
Yeah. But no, I just want to thank all the volunteers, Melody and the Christmas Parade Committee, the Kiwanis. You know, it was a great time, so just want to
Excellent
thank
time.
everyone. So, and I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So, with that, take a motion to go into executive session,
Not to return.
not to return to open session.
To discuss non-union personnel treasurer collector's contract, and I guess we're all set with the Department of Public Works Teamsters contract.
Oh, we have the MOU to talk about tonight.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So it'll be both. Yep.
Yep.
We will not be returning to open session. David Sheedy, clerk.
Second, Carol Julius, vice chair.
And William Dowling, chair. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.